So now I should have music and
Hello.
Jason.
Hello, hello. This is more the like
Number one.
voice you expect from the cloud.
Yeah, from far away. You're so far, sir. I should have some echo or wind or something. Oh my god, this is hot. Sorry. Woo. That was hot. Okay. You know what?
What?
So what do we do today? We have a lot of things to share.
Should we catch everybody up? Or just kind of catch up?
Yeah.
Recap on what we did last week and also last night because we made some good practice. We made good progress.
And practice. Today there's a giveaway. I did. Oh yeah, that's one thing. Before I share my screen, I should tweet and doing the giveaway.
Yeah.
Should tweet. Oh man, that was really hot. I burned myself.
Oh.
It is very well insulated then. Insulated? Insulated? Voila. So now live with my friend, hopefully it's true, Jason on Twitch, and today I will give away a pro license of GetCrackIn. We are doing some TypeScript with Azure Function. I think that's good. Let's tweet it. Tweet it, tweet it. Okay. What? Okay, Pascal, like you practice enough Wednesday, so now like you're an expert. Damn it. 96. Maybe I should tweet. Today. Forget about it. Don't come. Pascal is already winning.
I forgot my drop part.
Well, if you're looking for it to have the GetCrackIn Pro, I'm very happy though. So like you're in good position. If you don't, then we'll have a clause where you could give it to the next one in line, I think. Or should we do that? Or should we, yeah. Like if the person already have it or something like that. they could decline.
Bonjour. Hi.
Hey, Bellatas! Bonjour! Welcome!
Hello, everybody.
Oh yeah, it's true, and Bellatas can use my super emote because he's a subscriber. That's awesome. One of my 3 subscriber. Woohoo! That make you just more important, Bellatas. Okay, so the updates. So like we'll say, okay, let's start again. Hey friend, TBD gamers, how things? We're just waiting for you in the cloud. It was about time. My wings are started to be not sure I have wings. Not an angel. I just used my point. Ah, you use your point. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I need to have. Eventually, we'll have use to those points. So many projects. So today, big thing. We are doing a giveaway pro license of GitKraken. I don't want to show right now because if I'm showing my screen, then I will lose. Sir, oh no, I can. We can go in our each corner, respective corner. So this is GitKraken. I love that tool, very useful. You have now this is the boards in GitKraken. So when you have a pro license, also when like you could use it for free. If you want to just try it for free, you can totally mute the alarm on your PC. So yeah, so you have the boards just like that. So this is really cool. It's a Kanban board. I use that. You could have private, public, bunch of stuff. You have the Git UI, so also very convenient. Let me just like that. So one thing I really like about that, I see here in the bottom like the issue open in the Kanban board, and I could right click, create a branch from that. I could do some merge. So here I see all the remotes. I could drag and drop, create a PR by drag dropping it. Copper Birdie is in the house. Hello, sir. I thought you were streaming. Did I see you streaming this morning? When I was yesterday?
Does sound real.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it's like going in different speakers. It's really yeah. So that's the tool for Git UI, and you also have timelines that I don't use. I don't leverage much, but come on, it's loading. Oh, did I kept my firewall open? Nope. Oh boy, I could open Discord though.
Frank, my new camera setup kind of screwed with your cropping in the cloud.
My what?
My new camera setup. I'm all cropped over here now. Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, well, we can fix it though. I just want to open the channel, so if people want to go in my channel, boom, live stream. Cool. So it's also available over there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You could have like some videos, so you create timeline. Maybe if I take less video, boom. So like you have all the videos, so pretty cool. You can play with that when you have a project. You can have milestone. Like I put direct like videos in those cards, but of course you could put an image or just text, so they will be a little bit smaller. But you could have link, so we'll open. You get more detail about it. Pretty cool. You could customize with different colors and stuff like that. When you're involved in a project, it made totally sense. I'm using it just for fun. So today we're giving away a pro license of that. Valid Fun 1 here. And to win this license. The only thing you have to do is to play the drop game because...
Go time.
Should we make it... Okay, since it's luck, should we make it that if you play, you can win? If you're still there at the end of the stream, or it's the highest score?
Well, if it's luck, we could just go with the average or the median score. Whoever's right in the middle is the winner.
Oh yeah, that could be cool. So we'll need to... Okay. Okay, that's cool. So that's...
It's better to be average.
Yeah. So like the average.
It's more unique to be average.
Okay, so... oh yeah, but I don't keep the average score.
So we'll have to do the calculation ourselves. We'll just have to take them all, right? Well, we could just take the high and the low, and then.
Yeah, but I don't. Oh, okay, and so the highest score of the person. Well, that's not fair now because we know that someone already got.
We'll just take. Let's say there's 50 scores. We'll take the one right in the middle. We don't have to calculate anything.
So, if someone already have like 96 right now.
Yeah, I mean it's one of their scores.
Oh yeah, but I'm not. So you will every time someone land, you will keep track of that today.
Oh, I thought CB caught that.
CB is just keeping the best score.
We don't know everybody's score every time. Okay, never mind.
Like it will show in the chat, so you need to monitor it.
No, I don't want to do that.
That's like I'm not keeping. So I think we'll go for the best score then.
Okay, yeah, that's easier.
Okay, so best score.
Copperberry wants to do a reset on the score.
We can't.
Well, we didn't change the rules either. We just
it was the same thing.
Came back to the original rules.
Best score win the get Kraken. Cannot write today. Kraken Pro license. Voila.
No.
And if you're interested to have a Git Kraken for free, because you can still use it for free, I put the link here. It's an affiliate link. I don't receive any money. They just keep track of everything I do. And if you turn your free version for a pro license, it gives me points. With the points, I can buy swag. And you guess what I do with swag? I give it away when I can, when it's not like DevRel. Built just for me.
You can take TBD Gamer and myself out.
And the other, like, if it happens that you win the pro license today and maybe you're not interested, that's totally fine. I won't get mad on you if you're not interested. That's totally fine. Maybe you already have one. What you could do is just pass, and then like the next one will decide, like will be identified as the winner, and we're starting again. And Jason can play, obviously.
I'll do the same. Yeah, I'll pass on it, but I'll play.
You wanna bail?
Well, I'm not gonna take the.
And if I win, then we'll give it away anyway. So my count, obviously, mine doesn't count because it looks like I will be lending. Oh, I don't know. Like it's already written. We could have said the worst score today. The worst of the best score.
Dropping trash pandas because that's the mascot for our team, Cloud Advocates for.
Oh yeah.
For raccoons.
Okay, so how about we start working a little bit? So today,
Yeah, we probably should.
Team Trash Panda. Whoop whoop.
There you go. Bring on the raccoons.
The raccoons. So today the goal is to work on our trivia, the game, and that's not the project I was looking for.
Wrong project. That's on Wednesdays.
Bell Datas is landing 22. It's pretty cool.
Because he was the raccoon.
It's because he was with the raccoon. Excellent.
He's on to me.
Okay, excellent.
He found the cheat code.
I just noticed I need to change that. Trivia is not part of my featured repository.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Don't take it personal.
No, isn't this important to you, Frank?
Well, we had nothing for a long time, and we still have nothing because it's all in
look
dev.
at us now.
I need to merge
badges.
it.
We have like status of progress.
Yeah, we need to. You know what?
Clean it up a little bit. We need a logo. Is what we need.
Yeah, indeed, that and so many other things. So let's go main. We'll pull.
Get the logo on there.
And now I will just merge dev into main. And here I will give you a little spoiler. That's my pull request. Boom. And I completely forgot. So what we did, so last time we streamed, we had the demo. We had finish locally, that demo was working. We had the website, and we were able to do all those things, like having a new question and all that. You know what? Let's do that again. So locally. So that's the code. So Trivia, it's a trivia game. It's written in Node, and for the UI we're using React. But we decided to also use TypeScript. So TypeScript is better for strong type. So it validates before going live. So it helps you to manage like the typo and all the type error you can have. So Jason and I, last night, we were working on that, and we tried to build a CI/CD to deploy in Azure, and
it worked.
It worked. So I don't know what
first time too.
Yeah, first try. Yeah, that was like against any odds I know.
I've never had that happen to me.
So it's in Azure. So yes.
Like even on just static web page, static website, it never works on the first time.
So dev trivia, that's my resource group. So right now we have a free resource. This is awesome, called Trivia app. So every time we push in dev, it will go there, and this is live, and this is our game. It's in Azure.
It's actually running.
So now we can start. One question: who is the star of AMC series in Breaking Bad? It's not Soul.
No. Pretty sure it's Walter.
Yeah, it's Walter White.
Beldatas agrees. Walter White.
What years the game Dishonor was released? I feel like that's maybe
Never saw that.
2013.
Did you see it?
Dishonor? Yeah, it
I don't think
looks
I've seen
good,
it.
but I didn't play it because it's first person. And you think earlier? 11?
I have no idea. I never played it.
Let's try 11. 12. Who was the Prime Minister of Japan when Japan declared war to US? I don't know.
I feel like I should be ashamed I don't know this, but I don't.
Yamamoto? I'm not sure.
Hirohito? I don't know. Yeah, that would... It's not the Prime Minister. Hideki?
Aiki Dojo. And we have a score of 1. In the inning, Black Butler. Who is...
Betrothed?
What? How do you say that word?
Betrothed? Betrothed to be married?
To seal... Blah, blah, blah. Have no clue what
Never
it
seen
is
that
talking about.
Black Butler anime. Yeah, they do need teams. That was something I was thinking about, Frank. We need to come up with a way for our game to be sure we can categorize stuff.
So last question, yeah. Well, I think we had. Let's go for C. Which of the following character from the game Overwatch was revealed to be homosexual in December 2016?
Never played that one.
Tracer? You were right!
3 for Tracer.
So TBD Gamer and Belladas got it. Pretty cool. So we had a fantastic core of 2 on 5, so we sucks.
It's not great. But, you know, some of those questions are tough.
Yeah. So another thing we need to talk about is in a static web app, you have this web app, this front end, right? But you have the possibility to have also a back end. You're leveraging Azure Function. Right now, we're not. Like, to be totally honest, we are not. But since we want to scale and we want a lot of people to play to that thing and share the same input and like maybe have a thing on the phone and like having different way to participate, having a backend has Azure Function is really interesting because it can scale and it's detached, right? So you're decoupling your front end to your back end.
Yeah.
So we have another project and it's Trivia API. It's already there. If you look into the repository, I should share the repository because all the code today is like, I think always my code when I'm streaming is in GitHub. Sometimes it was Bitbucket or Azure DevOps, but these days it's more GitHub. Anyway, so in the folder source, you have 2 subfolder, one Triavia app and the other one is Triavia web app, and I need to clean the temp one. So the API is there. So what I did, I just built a kind of empty function. And the name of that function is, whoops, oh, I cannot zoom. It's get current champion. So if I ping that, it's this HTTP trigger function has executed successfully. Pass the parameter name to have the string personalized. So let's try that. So I will add a parameter in name, in a query string I mean. And today let's take TBD. I was about to say Beldadas, but I'm sure I will have like 10 typos in it. So, sorry, Beldadas. So hello TBD Gamer, the current champion is CB, of course. And Beldadas is crying. So, but CB is happy. Oh, you know what I can do, Beldadas? Yeah, I said the guy whose name is Bucheros. Okay, let me fix that.
Makes a good point.
I could copy paste, you're right. So here. Should clip that.
There we go.
Oh, is it?
Whoa, that's fancy.
Ooh, that's definitely fancy. Even me, I don't write the cedille. I don't know how to say that in English. That little thing under the C. In French, it's a CCD, but I don't know in English. That little comma. Because most of the time, if I do that, then the form or the output, it's all... Because computer don't like those characters. Cedilla? It sounds...
Cedilla?
It sounds Hispanic. Yeah. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Learn something new every day. Should give you extra points. So, we have that. So we have an Azure Functions deploy. It's part of that CI/CD. So that's why I did it also yesterday. So that's cool. Now we have a front end and a back end. So what I was planning to do today, or try to do, because remember, I'm learning it. So inner game. So I have two Visual Studio open. So that is, okay, so now let's use the extension correctly. So that one is React. Oh, it was React. Okay. And that one, we need to change it for... how come it's just like there's no Azure?
There's Azure Blue.
Oh, Azure Blue. So that's two type of blue though. Was it something Node? Maybe we can use Node since the Azure function will be a little bit more Node.
What was the red for? I like that color.
Angular. So Node is green. Oh yeah, it's different. You know, since we'll be playing maybe in the two Visual Studio Code, I want a color different totally. Color, if I speak English correctly. So in the game, so this one, the blue, React Blue, we had that's the API, right? So that's where we go to call something. So I was thinking maybe this thing here, we could do it in the Azure function. So here, in fact, we would call the Azure function and return whatever, and that piece of code where we call the OpenDB code.
Yeah,
we would do that on the Azure function side. That could be
kind
cool.
of surgically remove it from the app and put it in its own function.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, like, we could go very simple for step one, to do it just this part kind of. But then also we should do the shuffle of the answers also right over there.
That's true. Yep.
So that's the plan. What do you think? Sounds good?
I like it.
Okay. So let's add some to-dos. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to do times. But isn't it your job, Jason?
Is it?
I don't know.
It's kind of is. What have we done so far? We're just kind of now getting started.
It will be the...
We time code it?
Yeah, the Bonjour. I think it will just be that. So right now, say time. I will say set to do for the stream. And now to do add and do the giveaway. Do the giveaway. Boom. So that's our first to do. Oh, I need to fix your... It's not that bad, wasn't it? What did you... Because it was cutting your shoulder?
Well, I'm just at a different angle than I usually am. So the cropping, I think, is...
Okay, I will finish that, and then... Oh, so let's add a to-do that fix the... fix Jason camera. And...
Make me look good, Frank.
Yeah, of course, buddy. um...
Oh. I was trying to find Aaron's Twitch channel, but I don't think he has one. I was going to share with everybody. We came across one of our coworkers who also had been working on a trivia React game.
Well, isn't it written in the comment and the description of the YouTube video we saw yesterday? Where was that video?
I don't think he has. I don't think he has a Twitch channel, or at least he doesn't mention it in here.
It was... So he did that on the Microsoft developer?
I don't think so. It looks like he just did it on his own and then pushed it out. Here, let me drop the link into chat for everybody.
Yeah, do it.
So this is Aaron, based in Sydney, another cloud advocate on Frank and I's team, and he's got this pretty nice... We didn't make it all the way through. It's kind of long. It's 3 hours.
Looks so serious, right?
I gotta take a screenshot of this and send it to him.
Hey, Aaron. Aaron, what are you doing? Hey. There it is.
It is, thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
my wife got it done for Father's Day, so it's got 2 kids, and I think we can see all of it. Let me just see. I'm pretty sure everything's going through. Yeah, there's we've got a cat. And
so it's him.
So the cat's on the couch with us.
Yeah.
And I'm standing right in front of the Homer car.
That's cool. He got his own personal and
Yeah.
that's cool. With the kids and everything. That's awesome.
So anyway, now we've reached out to Aaron to see if he can like share some helpful tips and things about React and deploying to Azure. Well, we got that part down, it seems like.
See, he's using the Cosmo DB, so that's also a thing.
Mm-hmm. We should add both of these as our links to it.
Yep.
I'll add the... Well,
it was in the description, but that's his... oh yeah, to the note you mean? Oh, I will let you try. So do ! Note, and then you could... Any text that go after will be added as a note. My coffee is so hot. Yeah. Okay. So now let's fix your camera. So since you're a little bit cropped too tight for your taste, apparently. Though, oh yeah, okay, because I did, was like, no, it's super wide, but I did a crop, I think.
I think it's just if I move the tiniest of any direction, I get cut off.
Yeah, I did a heavy crop. So let's move it. If I do this.
That looks good. This is probably as far as I'll come on this side.
You want a little bit more room over there too? I can.
Well, this is just like, I don't think I'll come any further than right here.
There it is. You have way more room now. I can probably also... no, I cannot add anything else. Boom. So now... Oh no, like it's super tight. How come? I just change it. It's cutting your cup. It shouldn't cut your cup. Let me show you what I see on my side. I know it's probably tiny, but
oh, you know what? It might be I'm cut off.
yeah,
Cutting it off
you're cutting your stuff.
Okay.
It was you, sir, because on me that's super wide.
Yeah. Let's see what I can do. There we go.
See, Cloudy's, he's always doing that to me. Just like I'm putting any issue with Cloudy on his back. That's how our friends are for, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so camera fix was to do the second one, yes. I didn't even say I was working on, but now it's done. And let's start now to do start. Let's call that Azure Function. Oh, do you wanna talk about the logo thing, or like I wanna mention something. So in the GitHub repo, what I did is I created a discussion. If you go inside the GitHub repo, there's a new tab that GitHub just released when they did their summit, called discussion. If you click on that, I created talk in generals, and I'm just chatting with you. Like, since I'm very new in the JavaScript kind of side, I was wondering if anybody had ideas, suggestion. So maybe we could start talking about databases, because not sure we'll have the time to abort that today, but like we'll need that very, very soon. So I know if I was doing it in C#, I would do just like I did in my URL shortener, use the SDK for CosmoDB, and with that I could target table storage or a CosmoDB or many different things. So I was thinking maybe we could use that. Maybe it should be Cosmo. So we could run in a container locally or somewhere else, or then use the Cosmo SDK to, not Cosmo, but Mongo. Maybe it could be Mongo, and like I know Cosmo database, you could, change it if you want to use the Mongo API. So maybe that will be better. I don't know. Like if you're a Node.js developer and at one is easier the other, or like it's working very well in Azure and stuff like that, or out of maybe not out of Azure. Yeah, it could be out of Azure. So this is the place to chit chat, because soon we'll need a database. So feel free to drop some comments over there. But now we should start hacking this thing. So what do we do, Jason?
Do we need to rename that to something different?
I want to keep that one as a reference because it's working.
Okay. I see. Yeah.
What we could do is leverage the Visual Studio extension
Yeah. Didn't we say last night, like what we want to do now is take a look at the payload that comes over from the Trivia OpenDB and then simulate that in our function.
As the first call?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't it be the second call? We already have it working. Well, that's not true. It's the get champion thing. Yeah, we may keep it simple.
What do you mean database use access, Copper Birdie? Oh, access. Yeah, no.
Microsoft Access, the best database of all time, ever.
Would you trust me, Jason? I work on a project where we hit the limit of how many record an object we can have in Access. And we were running in 2 Access. And we had some kind of synchronization between the 2 Access.
Yeah, I feel that. I wrote something for a company that was all in Access, worked great, and then they decided it was so great that they wanted to use it all over the place, and it quickly ran out of space, and we had to move everything over and redesign it in SQL.
Yeah.
Good times.
I was hired to that place to do the migration, but it just never happened. So after a little while, I moved to another company. Congrats, Bell, that asked for your lending, and Pascal again, lending, even if you had a better score. It's pretty cool. So
we're gonna cut this text, this code out, and we're gonna make it so it runs in a function on in our account.
I was thinking like those 2 lines. We'll kind of copy paste that into an Azure function. Well, like it's not just copy paste, but something like that.
Yeah, we'll make that thing happen over there.
Yeah. So I think to create another function, if we look the code here, like there's an import again, Azure function with a context, HTTP requests and everything.
I think my brain's catching up with what you said earlier about using the VS Code extension. Were you suggesting we create a new function using the VS Code extension?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. Let's do that. That makes the most sense to me.
So
let me show off that extension too, which is cool.
Yeah. So fetch trivia question. I think that would be the name of our. Maybe it's more get trivia question though.
What's the difference between fetch and get for you?
Get is an official word in HTTPS and HTTP.
Okay, so just keeping it in the language of the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like get current champion.
Right.
So I would say using the extension. So I'm in Visual Studio Code. By the way, if you don't know Visual Studio Code, Michael Jolie, the beard bald builder, is doing tons of new video on crazy extension. There's Brian Clark, who's doing videos also about what it is. It's a very cool tool, editor, and you have tons of extension. It runs on Mac, Linux, and of course Microsoft Windows. Very useful. And here I have all my extension, and here one, it's Azure. And if I click on that, then I have a bunch of different stuff. And right now what I want to do is use that function one. So I just want to create a new, so here I could create a project, but I already have a project. I'm already in a project. So what I want to do is add a function. So it's that second one here, the little lightning bolt. So we'll click on that one. Yeah. So now it's asking me, okay, what template of function do you want? Well, I want to call it through an HTTP call, so I need to have a HTTP trigger. But as you can see, there's tons of stuff. There's the durable function also that you could use if you have, let's say, you want to start something and then like it process many different records, and it could be a very long call. So you could be using durable function and maybe have another one checking the status or something like that. That's also very useful. It's close to the logic app and if this then that kind of process. Very useful in integration or when you have a lot of information. But for us right now, HTTP trigger should be good. So now we need to provide a name. So I was saying trivia questions. So get trivia questions. That will be our name. We will use the authorization level, let's say function. And now if I go back in my file, I should have a new folder. Yeah, here. Boom. Cool. So I have this for bindings. So if, for example, I was doing a binding on a blob storage or something like that, I could decide to have some binding. Right now I have an HTTP. The direction is out. We'll pass some parameter in the query string. I'm assuming it will be that. I think it's the simplest thing to do since it's very number. I don't think we need to build an object and send that in the header. Maybe in the future, but for today, we'll keep it in the query string. So the code of our stuff, it's here in index.ts for TypeScript. That look a bit confusing for me, but you know. And data is it's when you want to have a sample of data, if you want to create an object, so you could use that as a sample. So since I mentioned we will use the query string, because if I remember correctly, the information passed was the amount and the difficulty, and see type, there's a multiple type, so maybe there's maybe if we explore the different type, that's how. But there was not a category, right? You need to explore the OpenTDB, Jason.
Yeah. Sorry, I just messed up my colors background here, so I'm trying to fix it again.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Like I noticed because I have my little. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. It's not sharing it. I have the Skype little window in my corner, so I see you in that clear green. Okay. So let's have a look to try to understand what's happening. Okay, so we don't need that, so let's delete it. Boom. And now index.ts. Let's try to understand that thing. So we import from Azure Function. That's how, like, there's all the stuff. I'm assuming it's part of the module Azure here. Right, and we go fetch also context and HTTP requests from the Azure function. So yeah, exactly that. So from that file here, we go have all those types, and that's how we have that strongly typed thing.
Okay.
We should have a time, so. So now we're declaring a constant that will be an HTTP trigger. The type HTTP trigger, it's our Azure function, and it's an async function, and it's receiving in parameter a context, an HTTP request, and the promise is void. Represent the completion of an asynchronous operation. Okay, that's the task in C#. I'm still confused about like the. Yeah, I still need to download some Node programming in my brain, or watch more. What's the movie series with Neo?
Matrix?
Yeah, Matrix. Need to watch more Matrix. Oh, my camera just
Is that your computer making all that noise?
Yep. Beep, diddly.
Have you heard the? I just snorted.
Oh yeah, that's super cool.
You heard the acapella group singing, doing all the Windows sounds?
Yeah, it was nice, huh?
That USB falling out is
Beep, diddly.
me. It's like what? What came unplugged?
That thing worked crazy. My coffee is still burning hot.
Mine's not, so I'm actually gonna just top mine off. I'll be right back in a sec.
Okay. Man, I will remove the lid. It's way too hot. And I'm just scared that I will do a mess. Okay. So it's doing that, and now from the request it's retrieving. Oh yeah, okay, so it's very similar, right? There's a context of type context, there's the request here from HTTP request, and now it's just retrieving names or from the body. Okay, that's cool, right? So in your case, we know there will be nothing in the body, so we could probably remove that and remove this. Right, and we'll do it twice because we have two parameters that we expect. Those parameters are the amount and the difficulty. Oh, that's cool. You see that?
Huh. How'd you do that?
I didn't do anything. It's just like I rewrite those two things. You know, since now, before it was name and then checking the name from the query string or from the body. Since we don't use the body, I removed that part. And I just created like amount and difficulty because that's what we need to call our API.
Yeah.
And then just strike two names saying, hey, you know, that thing doesn't exist anymore.
That's cool.
That's clear. The messages cannot be more clear than that. Like, this thing doesn't exist now.
Is that because of the because of the extension, the VS Code's extension? Or is that
I don't know.
what's making that do that? Cool.
So again, today, if you're interested, the winner of the game drop will win a GitKraken giveaway, a pro license of a GitKraken. So, oh yeah, you know what? If we go in the board, since I deployed that in production now, that's done, and we could close it. Close the card. Now we are working on this one. There it is, and Shirley Dev butts are in the house. I removed the lid, so now I need to be cautious, Jason.
Don't spill it on you.
On my keyboard. Okay, so now the response message will be should be something else, right? So yeah, I think it should just be hello. This HTTP trigger has been successfully. The HTTP trigger function pass amount and difficulty in the query string for okay, but that's the response message. But we'll build. Yeah, our message won't be that. So where
We'll just
so the response message equal
it's
name.
coming back and we're naming it as name, right? We're just giving it a name.
Oh, okay. So I was okay. It's that ternary thing, right? Where like this is the condition, and like if it exists, it return that, and if it doesn't, it return this.
I see. Do we need to call it something else?
I think I will replace that by
Man, that's on fire.
who's on fire?
Lots of
Hey,
people.
Stefan is there. Hello, Stefan and Elan. Cool. What's that thing? Oh, an energy drink kind of thing? Yeah, so I think I will remove this. So instead I did just a log. And now we need to build a response message. So that will be where we have that's cool, and they're landing.
Yay!
Oh, endpoint, we'll need to add. Is it? I think we need to add something. Oh no. It's kind of included by default. Makes sense. So this and this. And I think we just want something like that. But we could do here some try catch, and if there's an error, we could send like a HTTP something. But for now, let's keep it simple. And what we could try to do here is let's test it. So let's test locally.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's try to run it. So we'll do F5 on this. I'm not sure it will work, but we'll try. We'll do the first test from Insomnia, and then we'll run also the app locally, trying to call it. So let's start Insomnia. Oh, I told you, I installed Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to play it?
Not no. I was this week. I was kind of tired every day, and instead of going into my bed early, I open Netflix and end up going to my bed very late. So I binge watch a series called Alice to Borderland, Into Borderland, or something like that. So I watch way too many episodes of that thing. Kind of the full season 1.
That's a lot.
So let's add a new folder here. the get tree of your question URL. Yeah. The name is a little bit strange. Let's, where is it? Settings? Okay, so if I do that, shouldn't fail. Oh, it is failing.
500. Oh.
Okay. And if I add the parameter. Oh yeah, because, yeah, see, like I remove everything, but now they're like, if those thing doesn't exist, it will get executed. So we need to manage that. So that's perfect. That's cool. We have a bug to get back to it, but let's.
We have our first.
Yep. Amount. Let's say equal 5, and then difficulty. Difficulty equal to easy. No, did I did the typo? Amount 5.
Yay! Yay!
Okay, so it's still crashing. So what's the oh, did it crash so it's not running anymore?
Says it's running.
Oh, fetch is not defined. Alright!
Still calling
Hey!
fetch.
Thank you for the following, Muriel Undefined. And you know what I need to do, Muriel Undefined? I need to add you into the list. I realize now that I'm full in OBS, I'm not using Streamlabs anymore. There's no message as a new follower in my chat, and that apparently the following is not part of the native Twitch API. So there's no simple way for CB or CloudBot to track those, so I need to do it manually. So I will just add them to the notes, and then there's a way if I subscribe to an event, but there's a lot. So welcome aboard, Muriel.
Welcome.
Was it
Thanks for
Muriel?
joining us.
Yeah, Muriel.
Yay!
Yay! Shirley Bot 96. Whoa. Just by the way, Shirley Dev won't won using his bot. You need to be really there. Welcome aboard, Muriel, and yeah, like we're doing cloud stuff. Today we're playing around with Node and Azure Function, kind of learning. If you want a chance to win the GitKraken Pro license, so that's including Kanban board, UI for the GitHub stuff. I use that very often, even if, you know, I know my Git command and I use the extension in VS Code. Sometimes when there's an issue and you want to visualize, those tools are awesome to see the thing. And like when you have multiple people, like it's very colorful, very fun. So anyway, so I give away a pro license at the end of the stream, and to win you just need to have a good score at the game drop, just like Copper Birdie is doing. And Copper Birdie win a license a little while back. Did you decide if you renew or not, Copper Birdie? I know you were not sure. If you're using a standard OBS, you can link your followers notification to a browser input from Streamlab. If you what? If you're saying I can still do it, but I don't want to install Streamlab. Maybe if I go on the website then, because I have the animation, so like, and that's done. So congrats, Muriel, you land 54. That's pretty good. And don't be afraid the bots don't count. So that 98 now or 6 doesn't count. I was about to say what? Yeah, so like when Muriel just follow like all the wave of stuff that happened, that's with Stream Element. But okay, I will have a look because I like CB to be able to track everything. Don't need. Okay, cool. So I will definitely do that because it was nice to have CB tracking everything, and I don't want to even like I really wish this year I reach at least 10 followers to add more emote. Like I don't want to force anybody to pay because that you need to pay. Or if you're using Amazon Prime, then you have one by month free. And I'm pretty sure all my subscribers right now, I have 3. That's what they do, and I'm totally fine with that. But follower is plenty enough for me. Okay, so fetch is not part of the deal. That's what I understand.
Do we call fetch somewhere? Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, fetch. But I thought, because here we didn't have anything specific, so let's stop it. Assuming we'll need a new include or something like that, import. If we look in the previous, we had just this. But maybe like if I mouse over fetch function fetch. Maybe in the package. I'm assuming fetch is part of something, right?
Isn't it just a standard?
Well, that's what I thought.
Await?
That's what I thought. So I need to open back API here. I want to have less. So API, I want it open, and I want package also. Okay. So here I didn't have anything. I am in the async. So was it because it was in asynchronous? But that's also an async, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I remember in the video with Thomas, he talks about that await being right next to each other. I mean, this is TypeScript syntax, isn't it? Or is it just JavaScript also?
Oh yeah, it's true. Await. I'm not sure why it was like that. Oh yeah, no, it's because he's doing the fetch, and then he's doing, like, I could have done that and say like a response, and then like in another await say response.json has a data, and like I'm like the first await, see that it's inside the parentheses. It's because we're waiting for the fetch to get the result from the endpoint, and the second await is for waiting for that JSON parse.
So the endpoint part in the middle, in the parentheses, right after fetch, how does it know what the endpoint is?
Endpoint is a variable that we define here.
Oh,
in
right there.
insert
Above it.
URL.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see that part. I was looking up all the way at the pub.
It's totally fine.
Okay, so it,
So I think here we need a if, and it will be if amount and difficulty. If those two things exist, then we'll do this. And I think I will add the basic for now, like I removed it earlier, but I want to add it back. So HTTP transfer process started. I want to make it so like I just know, at least I ping the function and I change the message to know like it's coming from me. So now I won't have any error if I'm not passing anything. That's why I did that if thing.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And I put that thing so we know we're out of that. But now data is out.
What's it say when you hover over data?
Oh, like it's because I declare, like I can tell, like, you know, cannot find data because I define the constant data inside that scope
Inside
here.
an if. Mm-hmm.
Like usually what I will do is just bring out data. But if I do that, then my problem is it's not a constant anymore.
Got it.
So it will be something like let, is it let or set? I always forgot. Set. Could do then JSON maybe. No, it's the other way around. So it's data of type JSON. How the hell do I define oh, damn it. It cannot be a constant and I'm trying to not use var. I thought it was set or let.
Have you tried let?
Yeah. So cannot find set. Did you mean set? Oh, is it because it needs to be
Capital? Look at that.
feels strange.
Huh.
Okay, let's yeah, but I should say in TypeScript. don't. Oh, maybe it's var in TypeScript. Like, I know in JavaScript, it's let, right? Yeah, okay, so let blah 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 boolean equal false. That's what I want to do, right? So it's let. Okay, now it's working. It was not working earlier. Damn it. Fridays
are supposed to go this way.
So now temperature is good. I will put back the lid.
Safe.
Okay. Okay, so now we have the data. If we go, we do this, blah blah blah. But now we still have that problem where it was not able to fetch. But I don't understand because fetch is, it's there.
It still doesn't want to fetch. Did you try run it? Oh, I see.
Let's try again. Let's try again. Maybe there's something else. I'm not sure we can debug, but let's try it. So now we call that. Boom. So now we are in our function. Amount is equal to 5. Difficulty is equal to easy. So now if I F10, go my if. So now I'm assigning endpoint. So endpoint, I have this thing, it should work. And now I do F10 again, and I'm failing. So fetch is not defined. Maybe we cannot run like that. One thing we could do is do it like split it. That will be first a little bit more explicit. Also, I feel like it's maybe just because it's too slow or something like that.
Do you need you need a response in there somewhere? The data is the response of the endpoint?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so I will grab this exception information and then I will change the code to make it more clear because
like I feel like constant, just looking at some other sites, like constant your endpoint, if we made that.
Yeah, that's why we had to wait. I will put it so
Yeah.
it's a little bit more obvious.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that might make it easier to reason about. And I think you need a semicolon at the end of that. Feels better to me.
Like it's doing the same thing. It should be at least doing the same thing. We could just rerun it. Try to really target the error. Oh, what? It's not running? Oh, now it's running. So now we're doing the fetch, so let's go over, and it's not working. Same error as before. So there's something with the fetch. So something is missing. So could it be because I'm running locally? Private system correlate basis on while the executive function fetch is not defined.
Try let's see. Looking at Stack Overflow.
Yep.
Fetch is not a standard Node.js method. You need node-fetch.
But I'm in TypeScript.
Yeah, this is from a TypeScript article. Like here. Drop this in our
Is it the same where I'm looking at?
back channel. Is it the same one? Yeah, same one. So right down there, right below that.
So if you want to avoid npm install and not running in the browser, you can also use ngn HTTPS module. So yeah, it looks like the... So then I need the HTTPS module, but that I thought it was by default.
Mm-hmm. So
Then it's HTTPS get instead. But that's pure Node, that's not TypeScript.
sure.
You know what? Let's
That's
have a look to what is generated. Right. So if I go in the distribute folder, that's where the the node code is generated by the TypeScript.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go here and I check now my object, this is what's generated.
Hmm.
And so it's doing a fetch, still doing a fetch. Oh, was it React maybe? Maybe fetch wasn't React.
It's a reactor.
Yay!
Apparently we could
Yes.
do let's try that. Did you land? Was it you? Yeah. 9. Cool.
Right on the edge.
Yay!
So let's try that, Jason. Let's try what you say. No, but that's like I don't want to do that. So I need to do import, then import.
Yeah.
And
The
then
HTTPS thing.
do fetch. Right, and then from this thing. But I don't like that.
It might be single quotes, not double, not.
Like I'm doing it here with double quote though.
Hmm.
Okay, Azure function fetch is not defined. Okay. So we need to have a npm node fetch. We need to add another module here. So where are we? So that's our part here. So let's open the terminal. I'm in green, so I know I'm in an Azure function. And now I npm install the node fetch and I save it. So it stayed there. So now it's available here. And here, do I need to do fetch.fetch or just fetch? It's fine. Let's try to run it. Okay, so now it's running. Let's go back here. Let's try this. I'll go here again. Boo. So not fetch fetch is not a function.
Can you try it without the? Can you try it with single quotes and then? Let me look at the example here.
If it please you, sir, of course I can.
Single quotes and then maybe also include a semicolon.
That I agree because I like those semicolons. Then it was like fetch required blah blah blah. But then how do you do your call? So.
Hey, there you go. Look at that third result there. Serverless from the beginning using Azure Functions.
Whoop. That one?
Yes. Let me look at that.
Yeah, well. It's a bunch of
But can you do a quick search for fetch? I thought I saw something about fetch in the
So install node fetch library instead of just like fetch. Okay, cool. Okay, so I did that. So now if we go back in package, we should see the node fetch. It's here in dependencies. And now return.
Okay.
So maybe.
But look at that top line of their constant fetch require. That's why I was thinking maybe it needs to be single quotes, as I saw another example like that. But I didn't see it in parentheses like that.
Well, remember that sample was in Okay, so we are in TypeScript. Again, your example was in Node.
Yeah.
So one thing we could do is have the compiler. So it was TypeScript compiler, right? And we need to make anything else? I forgot the commands. Do you remember the commands? If I go in my package.json,
I thought that's what it was.
it was, yeah, I thought it was just TSC. Interesting. Or maybe because I didn't install in my PowerShell environment, I don't have TypeScript, maybe?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because otherwise, you just like TSC should have worked, or you could do TSC space dash dash init.
But like if I build, it should be generated, because now if I go here, let's run the build. npm start build. I forgot what it was. So what's that? Okay, let's remove that thing. Don't save. That theme is a little bit too dark for me, honestly. Let's community material. Let's change to I like cobalt too. Let's go back in the blue. Okay, so I want package.json. I want the npm run build. No, npm, yeah, npm no. I want to refresh this page. I don't see anything new. Oh, here like it says node fetch one dot fetch, so it did change something now. But I don't see the. Oh yeah, here.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so it's doing that. And the error message was something like that too, right? It was like node fetch one dot fetch, like is not working or something.
What's the very top of this file look like as far as the inputs?
Oh, we forgot the
includes?
type. I forgot the type, so maybe that's why I was failing. I need to put this in my call. Okay, let's try to run again. We'll remove this. Let's get back here. Save everything. Run it. Yeah, so maybe that was just the thing. It was missing a parameter, so it was failing. But on the
one of those,
TDB side.
It's one of those between the chair and keyboard problems.
No.
Does it matter which order those get sent in?
I don't think so. Like this thing, it's working. So, and if I remove the type, it's still working. So it wasn't our error.
That's not that. Yeah, that's not the problem.
So exception file while exit is not a function. It's supposed to be so simple. Any Node developer in the house or TypeScript? Maybe I should remove the await.
Yay! Yay!
Oh. Oh, by mistakes, got a good score.
I want to make sure it's calling the good one. So what I did here, Jason, I just rename. You know, when you import the stuff, you could like you say, okay, like use this. So now I want to make sure there's no confusion between the old fetch. Even if we saw that in the generated version, it looks like it was calling the good one. I want to make sure. So I rename it here. So do I need to do something? Because again, that's like it's doing a get HTTP.
Yeah.
So let's declare the function. Oh no, okay, now he's calling it. Okay. That's not what we want. Okay, so apparently it was... Okay. Azure Function, Developer Guide. Yeah, no really, it's TypeScript. TypeScript.
Yay!
See, it's doing a await real file.
Yay!
But that's not TypeScript. That look like oh no. Yeah, that's Node. But Node is good TypeScript, right?
Well, Node is just...
TypeScript is just a
JavaScript.
superset, or I forgot how they call that, but
Yeah, I mean, it's just like JavaScript. I'm guessing similar syntax for a lot of it. Seems like the double quotes or single quotes is a difference, and then what things are in parentheses.
Well, like single quote usually it's exactly that, and double quote mean like you pass some variable or there's some stuff changing. Like in C# at least it's like that. Like that's the like, or it's just one character you will need to use single quote. Typescript Azure Function call API. How to write Node.js REST API in Azure Function. Improve TypeScript support in Azure Function. Azure Proxy. Feel like again the code will be super simple inside. Maybe I should say call external from. I feel like I'm missing something trivial. That's a bunch of windings. We have a meeting today, Jason?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's back
I
to
need to run upstairs
regular
and fix
Friday.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, I've got calls later, but you and I don't have anything scheduled.
Okay.
Be right back.
Oh man. Do we need to define a connection, a request, and all those things? What I'm missing? Okay. Let's have a quick look in that one, but I think it was the other one. Did we look into that? He's just saying, yeah, we all know that. Okay, so now he's doing the try catch that I was trying to understand earlier. So cache vacation, this DB service. Okay, is initializing a service, but what if I'm just calling an HTTP function? A HTTP call. You can do it with HTTP module. They just don't want the TypeScript stuff.
What about in Aaron's repo? I wonder if there might be any clues in there.
You want to have a look over there? Like I see here that guy is calling, but he did create like a library, so he's just kind of instancing the service. Like in this post here. Like he's doing like a DB service, so he creates a service when you call the class, like they have a constructor, it's creating a new instance of it, and then like he's doing like this DB service, get to dos. But me, I'm doing a HTTP call.
Mm-hmm.
So try to make a fetch. Okay, I need to take a call apparently. I will be back.
We'll hold down the fort. Time to try to rack up my score. Well, Frank's gone. What's everyone else working on these days?
Nothing important. Okay. So did you fix everything while I was away?
We got it all working. Yep.
Cool.
Didn't take anything. No, I'm sifting through Aaron's code to see if I can find any clues.
Maybe it's the call. We need to look into how to use that thing. Look like. Okay. Wow. I wouldn't call it work, but I'm sifting through The Welsh Assembly Guideline and Framework for Education in Computer Sciences. Whoa.
While you were gone, I asked what everybody was working on.
Oh,
what everybody's
okay.
up to. That sounds like that would hurt my head more than this does.
It's supposed to be just like that. See, like that's exactly what we do right here. Right? We call, I will put it up. So we do the fetch, then we do the call, and then we transform it into the JSON. Like it's exactly what we do.
Right, and it's super simple.
So why it's not working? So one thing we could try to do is this.
Well, what about also, you're running it locally, the function locally.
Yeah.
What if we tried to do this
In Azure?
in the actual function? Yeah, whether through the portal or something. Just because that's closer to what we want anyway.
Oh, I can deploy it. There's no problem with that.
Just see if we get different errors, I guess, more than anything.
So if we in the trivia, so we have so that, what's that thing? So extension launch, okay, boom.
Yay! Yay!
Let's push it and we'll get deployed. So I was looking at something. Maybe we need to define a little bit more. Like define the fetch, specify the method.
That kind of makes sense, but
Like that's for a post. Like I'm assuming by default it's a get.
I'm looking at Aaron's repo, or Aaron's code. Let me show you something. Do you have that? You have his repo link handy?
Nope. Like it's somewhere in the chat, I think, but
I'll get it. That's okay. If you look at the README on this thing, and
well, he's using GraphQL, right?
yeah, but look at the web front end part there. He says to communicate with the back end, Apollo client for React is used. You passed it right there. Web front end.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we're not doing that right now. We are in the backend, and from the Azure function, we are calling something else. So the backend is written in Azure function and using TypeScript template, and expose the data via GraphQL using Apollo server Azure function. There's no backend that yeah.
I see. Okay.
It could be that like locally that thing doesn't work, could be that. Will be fixed soon. I thought I pushed. Oh no, we were working in main. Let's merge main into dev. Switch to dev. Push. Now it should trigger the build. Yeah. Handling the client server error. So fetch, node fetch. It's always just fetch. So why it's not working on our... I don't understand. What's wrong in our code? Oh, I didn't need type because I have it hard coded in my link. So the type was already passed.
Okay. That's not what's causing the error.
No. Anyway, it wasn't, but you know.
What does the up there at the top where node fetch is defined? What does the 3 ellipses mean right in front of that line 2?
Could not find a declaration. Oh. Huh, that's why. Good call. So, is it...
Yay!
Node fetch? Like it...
Is it, so we just weren't telling it what directory to look in. Is that right?
Yeah, but...
We need to do it just like above, where it says it's in the Azure directory.
Couldn't find a declaration file of the module node fetch.
Because shouldn't it be at Azure / node fetch? Isn't that where those things are stored?
Try and save dev, maybe I need to do. Oh yeah, I need to do with the type.
Just like above it. Or
No, like we need to do something like that. Like
I
did save, I need save dev, and I also need the type for TypeScript.
I see. That makes sense. Hey, I feel like I contributed, maybe, if this runs.
So now fetch is an error. Module has no exporter member. Fetch, did you mean import fetch from?
Maybe it doesn't need to be in brackets.
I need to... Yeah.
Because it's not...
Oh, here it says, like, do you want to, like, do this like this instead? I feel like maybe all that now it was not required.
Yay!
So now Jason is not present. So if we do this and but it's there.
Right.
So I feel like if I do this,
then line 15 breaks.
it was broken before.
Oh, yeah.
Property JSON. Let's see. So that's a promise. So I have here Interesting.
This is back to the way it was originally, right?
Yeah.
Came full circle. At least there's no squigglies.
Yeah, let's try that. Well, yeah, whatever. Like now we're using a different library, so.
Mm-hmm. But not really, right? Like we're not really using that.
I think we are. Because now it's part of the module I'm calling. I'm just not sure. I'm not calling it specifically, so I'm not sure if here it's implicit. Look like now, see, it is a function now. So I feel like it is fixed now.
Okay.
We'll see, and otherwise I will call it explicitly. Drum roll. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, wow. These are different errors, though.
Fetch is not defined. No, it's the same error.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So what I will do is I will call it explicitly. Like that. I wish I could do TSC. But otherwise, I was doing this earlier. Like there's no error, but I still have that same problem, right? Now there's only a few minutes, so we'll try that and we'll do the giveaway.
Okay.
So last chance, everybody, if you want to play,
Do some more drops.
have a chance to... Oh, so now we have error when we compile. Excellent, that's good. Worker was unable to load the function. Cannot find the module, node module type, node fetch. Cannot find the module. Okay, cool.
Different errors are always good.
I feel like it should be something like this maybe.
Yay!
Undefined process, copper bird, code by mistake. Congratulations. Cryptograph. Bunch of butts. Who just land.
The bot army has shown up.
Let's try if in Azure it changed anything. Apparently it didn't.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah. So that's not the problem then.
Yeah.
Well, that will be to find another day. For now,
Leave a note.
let's go back and get cracking. Everybody's landed. So we finish. I stop thing. So now everything is updated. So let's go here. Should have a new file for today. Yep. So let's open it. Node. And I do 2021 dash 01 dash 29. No, not node. Code. I'm not sure it will work. Cool, and this is the notes of today. And interestingly, I thought I had Raphael, did I? In the note?
The follower? New subscriber?
Yeah, the new follower. I thought I had her. Well, now it's too late, but
I don't know.
So cool. So the winner of today is Mr. Pascal. Okay, you are you still there, Mr. Pascal? Yep.
Still there.
Do you want the Get Kraken Pro license, or do you want to pass away and we go to the next winner? Sure, I do. Well, congratulations.
Yay!
Nice job.
Congrats. So.
Fantastic! Oh, fantastic!
Jeez. So, Pascal, I will reach out to you, send you your key. Do it quickly though, because I think the key is valid to the end of the month. So you have like 2 days to activate it, and that should be good for 1 year. I'm saying it. Oh, you know what? Let's go. You're close, buddy.
Whoa, what happened there? Good way.
I'm trying to move away. Oh man. Saying in front of everybody. So if you have any trouble, reach out to me and I will make sure it happens. Obviously, feel free to thanks Get Kraken. They are the one giving away that thing. It's not me paying from my money. Gitkraken, they give me one subscription so I could give it back to you. So tweet it, whatever. They always do that. They're super nice. And yeah. And unfortunately, today we didn't successfully manage to have our stuff working.
We started off working though.
Yeah, well, like we like there's some, like, it could be a little glitch. There's something missing, stupid. Like it's in her face. Like is it the way we import the module? Like it's something like that. Something is. I don't feel like we're far away. We're really close.
Right. Totally. Because it's not a. See, it feels like a pretty trivial thing to make a API call.
Yeah. I say I was learning forward near.
We know what doesn't work.
So yeah, so have a good weekend, everybody. Any big plans this weekend, Jason?
No, not really. The weather's supposed to be turning nice here today, so hopefully get outside and do some stuff. With sunshine.
Any big plans or fun plans to share, Cloudies? While I'm looking for, and by the way, if you have any raid suggestion, let me know.
Let's look it up.
Any plans? I think I will probably do some. We're supposed to have people finishing the kitchen finally, so we'll have doors in our kitchens and stuff like that. So that would be good. So I'll probably filling up all the cabinets this weekend. I know we'll probably do some cross-country ski, so looking forward to that again. I'll be streaming tomorrow after karate, but no plans for that. No. So I'm assuming your fingers are all back and okay?
Which fingers? Mine?
TB Gamer got his fingers hit when he was doing karate. Or I was thinking about you yesterday because one of our colleague, how do you say that? He shaved a few millimeters of his thumb. So yeah.
Cut the tip of his tongue.
Yeah.
The identity show's happening.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Machines. It does not execute. All right.
Let's do that. Raid. Cool. So, thank you everyone. Thank you, Muriel Undefined, for the follow. Thank you everybody. I will reach out to you soon, Pascal, for your license. And have a good day. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
See you, buddy.